Hi, here we have the human brain, and before we look at this, we saw that we have spinal cord that enters the cranium. And as soon as it enters the cranium, we have the brain, which is all of this here. We can see the cerebellum, pons, medulla, and cerebellum. In this video, we will discuss thalamus and hypothalamus. These two structures are responsible for many bodily functions, some of which includes regulating body temperature, regulating our circadian rhythms, integrating functions of autonomic nervous system, and even causing our body respond to different emotional states. And for the rest of this video, we will discuss the details of those functions and more. Great, so let's begin. And here, as you can see, we have this region here that's called the thalamus, and then right beneath that we have hypothalamus. And these two areas we're gonna talk about today. Thalamus. Thalamus realizes in the diencephalon portion of forebrain, and it is located superior to hypothalamus and inferior to the cerebrum. Many sensory neurons pathways, except those concerned with smell, pass through the thalamus. Therefore, many functions of the thalamus are related to processing sensations. In particularly, the thalamus is taught to consolidate sensory inputs into a cohesive feelings or experiences. Thalamus is a type of regulatory gateway. Almost all sensory input goes through the thalamus, and motor output also goes via the thalamus to the rest of your body. We can say it regulates what comes in and what goes out. For example, holding a cup of hot tea with stimuli receptors that detect sensations of heat, texture, and also the shape of the cup. When we don't experience each of these sensations separately because thalamus combines these and sensations actually separately into whole and complete feelings or experiences. The thalamus can process feelings such as pain. We do not know which part of our body is experiencing that pain. Said another way, the thalamus cannot localize our sensations. In fact, it relies on the sensory areas of the cerebrum. To do so, as a result of this, after that, the thalamus combines sensory inputs. It then relays this packaged information to the parietal lobe. Some other functions include regulation of consciousness, stimulating feelings of wakefulness and alertness, temporarily suppressing unimportant sensations. Thalamus also allows the cerebrum to concentrate on important tasks. For example, we can say when you focus on the text, such as reading a book or writing a paper, you are less likely to notice small occurrences, such as someone else is walking in the room. The last part of diencephalon we discussed is hypothalamus. It is located below or inferior to the thalamus, is taught to play a role in bodily functions. Hypothalamus is involved in functions including homeostasis, emotion, thirst, hunger, circadian rhythms, and control of the autonomic nervous system. Firstly, the hypothalamus thought to integrate autonomic responses to different emotions. Basically, when the hypothalamus detects a change in emotional state, the autonomic nervous system triggers a reflex responses such as certain emotions like anger, embarrassment cause notable response. For instance, we get angry, our heartbeat will increase, and when we embarrass, we tend to blush. Another major function of hypothalamus is the regulation of our body rhythms. These are the processes that occur in sync with the day or a 24-hour period. These rhythms are often referred to as biological clock or regulated by the hypothalamus and affected day-to-day life. Secretion of hormones, sleep cycles, changes in mood, and our mental alertness all fluctuate with our bodily rhythm. For instance, mental alertness fluctuates depending on one circadian rhythm. Consequently, a person who usually sleeps at night would be more alert in morning and less alert at night. Lastly, I want to tell you that pineal gland releases melatonin which maintains circadian rhythms. If it disturbed, it caused lethargy, mood disorder, height issues, and digestive issues. And the next major function of hypothalamus is regulation of our food intake by controlling peristalsis. Peristalsis, which is the movement of food through the digestive tract. Perhaps the most viral functions of a hypothalamus is being the nervous system linked to the endocrine system. The hypothalamus performs this function via its connection to the interior pituitary gland. This connection is important because it allows the hypothalamus to regulate the pituitary gland by producing special hormones called releasing hormones. The hypothalamus can directly affect hormone secretion of other organs. In fact, releasing hormones are called releasing factors. Lastly, the hypothalamus acts as its own center for hormone production. Because of these functions, the hypothalamus is considered crucial to maintaining homeostasis and many other autonomic responses. This concludes our discussion on thalamus and hypothalamus. Thank you.